While most of the world was sleeping last night, the global economy was pushed to the edge because of a simple letter Trump wrote to the ambassador of Norway. Trump wanted to send a message to the rest of the European nations, reinforcing that he must have Greenland, that the United States must have Greenland. Why? Because if the United States doesn't have it, China or Russia will take it, because Denmark and the European Union are incapable of stopping either one from taking it. Trump's wild bid for Greenland is going to set off an economic war, maybe a military conflict, as the European nations are preparing to defend Greenland should Trump make good on his threats to take it militarily. We are at the breaking point here, everyone. The fuse for a global crisis is primed and ready, and Trump is about to light it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends. I really do appreciate it. Also, I'm now offering memberships on YouTube. They're paid subscriptions where you can get exclusive content that I create. So I'm going to start ramping that up here very soon. So if you're interested in hearing more in-depth analysis, news that only I will share with you, things from the inside that only I will have, then go get a membership right now, and we can have chats, we can have messages back and forth, and really dive in and grow this community. So go check it out. Or you can consider supporting my work by becoming a paid subscriber on Substack. I really appreciate all the support from everyone. I'm going to start doing a lot more writing on Substack and try and crank out more videos on Substack like this one on a daily basis. But I need support from you guys to be able to do it. I need to be able to offset income, carve out more time to do this for you guys. So please, any support really helps. Trump is sending us to the verge of war, to the verge of an economic meltdown. And it's not just for the United States. This would be globally. Even people I've talked to from the UK say, what the hell are you guys doing? You're going to bring us all down with you. This has all been building up for weeks now as Trump has become emboldened after his ouster of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and a very precise military incursion that removed the president with no American casualties. So he feels like he can do this pretty much anywhere now. But what set things off overnight was his letter to the ambassador of Norway. And this even got China to respond. His letter says, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8+ wars, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China. And why do they have a right of ownership anyway? There are no written documents. It's only that a boat landed there hundreds of years ago, but we had boats landing there also. I have done more for NATO than any person since its founding, and now NATO should do something for the United States. The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. Trump sent this letter in defiance after the European Union decided not to ratify their trade deal with the United States. This was one of Trump's major achievements of his first year in his second term, and it is kaput. They are not doing it in response to his threats of taking Greenland. And Trump is undeterred by ending that deal. Nothing apparently is going to get in his way. Even the European Union threatening the bazooka option was not enough to stop him from pursuing Greenland. So if that's not enough, what will? That is the question everyone there in our European allied nations is asking themselves. What will stop him from pursuing this? I'll tell you what, we in America don't know, and they don't know in Europe either, which is why they're bolstering up their defenses of Greenland. Multiple countries are sending warships, are sending boots on the ground, and are bolstering defenses of Greenland should Trump try and take it with military action. China responded to Trump's letter saying the United States should not use other countries as a pretext to pursue their interests in Greenland. The Chinese foreign minister spokesperson even went on to say that China's activities in the Arctic are in accordance with international law and that they are there to promote peace, stability, and sustainable development in the region. Now, she didn't elaborate what those activities exactly were, but it certainly doesn't constitute the threat that Trump is trying to tell everyone exists. So when the NATO countries didn't support Trump's efforts to take Greenland, he slapped a 10% tariff on anyone who did not support these efforts that will go up on June 1st to 25%. Trump has even gone on Truth Social saying this is a very dangerous situation for the safety, security, and survival of our planet. These countries who are playing this very dangerous game have put a level of risk in play that is not tenable or sustainable. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said in a statement that applying tariffs on allies for pursuing the collective security of NATO and its allies is completely wrong. Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson has said that the European nations are working to come up with a coordinated response to Trump's threats to take Greenland and what to do if this situation escalates even further. Now, they have called an emergency meeting to happen this Thursday. It might be in person. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with this just yet, but Thursday is going to be monumental in determining how the European nations approach this going forward. What makes this so crazy is Trump is saying he's doing this because Norway did not give him the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, it wasn't the country of Norway that decided who got the Nobel Peace Prize. It was a board of people not affiliated with the actual government that decides who gets the Nobel Peace Prize. But does Trump think these actions threatening our allies are worthy of a peace prize now? Greenlanders do not want to become part of the United States. They turned up over the weekend in mass protest opposing this. They do not want it at all. Denmark does not want it. In response to this, the people of Denmark, nearly 200,000 of them, more than that now, have signed a satirical petition to buy California from Trump should he pursue Greenland further. That is remarkable. They even have a website for it. Check this out. Denmarkification, make California great again. And it's got 285,000 plus people that have joined. They're trying to get to 500,000. It says, let's buy California from Trump, Denmark's next big adventure. You know what Denmark needs? More sunshine, more palm trees, more roller skates. While this is satire, all joking aside, President Trump is very serious about his goal to take Greenland. Now, Trump will be heading to the World Economic Forum this Wednesday in Davos, where he will be meeting with these European leaders. So a lot could change then, and we'll see how the tone changes, if it does, coming out of Davos. I'm sure there'll be lots of press conferences to watch for, and hopefully journalists ask the right questions of Trump when he is there. Now, the European nations had threatened to possibly use the bazooka option. It's their anti-coercion instrument that has major tools they could leverage against the United States and literally grind the economy to a halt in the US. But they're saying it's far too early right now to consider that. They are saying that is a last resort option. So let's sure as hell hope so. Let's hope that temperatures can be cooled on this coming week in Davos, and that when they have their emergency meeting while there, that they can come out of this with a good plan going forward to help diffuse this entire situation before Trump lights the fuse that can't be stopped. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments, what you think will happen. Like, share, spread the word, and I'll see you back here for the 411.